Hey guys, what's up? This is Max Fish Madness, and today I'm going to be going through a tour of all the cars that we've put in NFM Jboy V1 so far. This is a project I've been working on with my friends for quite a while now, and I wanted to share it with you guys, just show you guys how it's coming along. We've put a lot of work into this, and there's a lot of cars, a lot of added cars that we have over 30 cars in this game, and I'm just going to tour through them right now. And I'll show you, tell you a little bit about them, a little bit of what they're based on and that kind of stuff. So, let me go to the start here, so I can give you the tour of every single car in the game. It's kind of hard to see right now, so. Alright, almost there. Alright, so here's the first car. I made a little joke here about it being a pizza delivery car, because it's pretty cheap. This is a Nissan Altima. It's a early 2000s, late 90s Nissan Altima. I forget the exact year, but it's not one of my best cars, but it works. That's the point of this car. If it works, it's good enough. It's not meant to be anything pretty. Just meant to get its job done, and this is basically a worse version of Tornado Shark. Here is Le Frog. Obviously, I call it the Le Frog. Play on words, it's supposed to be a frog. It looks kind of like a frog to me. I've always found Porsches to look a lot like frogs, so I call it Le Frog. And obviously, it's a older Porsche Targa, and realistic stats for this one, pretty fast. Here's the Chimera, which is a Greek mythology beast, and that's how I named it. And this is basically a 1955 Chevy Bel Air. Nothing too crazy, just a basic Bel Air. Nothing too weird about it, just the basic car. And it's pretty well rounded, one of the better starter cars in the game. Here's the Sport Lich. This one is very racing biased. Obviously, Audi Quattro rally car, without all the sponsors and all that, and without the rally suspension. Obviously, this is just a stock one, and it's very good overall for racing, and it's got the highest acceleration out of all the starter cars. Here's the Telluride. The Telluride is based on a Jeep Wrangler, obviously, and we have the NIMI stats on this, but a little bit better for strength. Here's one of my my bad. Here's one of my favorites. This is the Pink Panther. You probably get the reference. It's a 1960 Cadillac Eldorado, and it's the second best starter car in the game. Here's my van, my transport van. This is a older Ford van, obviously, and it's E-Series van, and it's one of the slowest cars in the game, but it's got good armor and good strength. I would not count on it though, it's only really good for the starter games. Here's one of the more competitive cars, and this is really the only good starter car in the game. This one's going to give you hell later on in this game, because this one has really good armor, decent for racing, decent for wasting. I would highly recommend this one for a starter car. Here is Rose. This is an F355 Berlinetta Ferrari, and it's very racing biased, obviously, but it does have half decent armor. Now we have one of the cars that I did not make. This is the Voyager by my friend NFM Master 99. Yeah, he made this one from blueprints. This was a blueprint car. Turned out really well, I think. There is a glitchy poly on the bumper. I'll probably tell him to fix that soon. But yeah, very wasting bias. This is slightly better stats than Sword of Justice. Here's my 1967 Ford Fairlane that I made with a little bit of help from the NFM community. This is a very powerful car in real life, and it is our High Rider replacement, although I do have to buff up the speed just a little bit. Here's Hunter. This is basically a worse version of El King, and obviously you can see the glitchy poly on the back. I gotta ask him to fix that, but it's a really nice looking car, and it was based off of a Jeep SUV, and then he turned it into a pickup truck, so that was pretty cool. Here's one that I made. This is one of the only trucks I made. This is the Trasher, which is obviously a trash truck, and I got the colors pretty spot on for this one. And not the best armor in the world, but it is very strong, slightly stronger than El King. Here's my machine replacement. This is the Blizzard, which is a snowcat. I used to go skiing a lot, and I saw a lot of these things, and they're really cool. They're really cool, and they have some nice big diesel engines in real life. And in the game, yeah, very strong, slightly stronger than Machine. Here's one that I did not make. This is the Dark Rod. And the Dark Rod is basically a Barris. Yeah, this was made by NFM Master 99, and it turned out really well. Now we have the Iron Head, obviously a combination between a semi and a pickup truck. Very nice car. Here's one I made. This is the Gremlin, which has a couple glitchy polys that I need to fix. Insidious is one of the most well-rounded cars in the game, and it is pretty good. It's a Class A and B car. Here's a Swordfish. This is a Plymouth Fury, and this one is very strong. It delivers an extremely hard hit, and it has a bull bar with spikes in the front, so that was pretty cool. Here is the School Bus, or the Schooler, and this one was made by NFM Master. The Bus Driver's Day Off, and this is the strongest car in the game currently. Here's the Mako, named after the fastest shark in the world. Pretty good for racing, but it's got the worst handling in the game, so I would not count on it. It's pretty strong too. Very good armor. Here's the Denjin. This is our Japanese car. This is our import of the game so far. And it's really good, really good stunts, really racing bias, but not ideal for wasting. And this one was a Honda Prelude. Here's our meme car of the game so far. This is Mo, obviously a lawnmower, and it is a nuke, and there's only 2 cars in the game currently that can beat this thing without killing themselves. Here's one of those cars. This is Spade. This is a 1975 Corvette, I think. And yeah, it turned out really well. This is actually more wasting biased. Here's Ultraviolet. This is a Lamborghini Countach. This is the Authority 1983 Ford Crown Victoria. This is our police car. Very well-rounded, good armor, and good overall for wasting. This is the same stats. This is a Toyota Tacoma. Really nice car made by NFM Master 99. And it is basically the same car as the Authority, but slightly better for racing, because better acceleration and better stunts. Here's Mango, very racing biased Peugeot right here. Yeah, this was a fun one to drive. I would recommend giving this one a shot. Here is the Wasp, which is obviously a tractor. We got the text to flash because this is an extreme waster. And pretty much, it's slow, and we need to buff the armor. Here's my car. This is the Lizard, which is a Porsche 907. Currently the fastest car in the game, and not the strongest. And then here's the final car that I'm going to show. This is Ballistic. This is the Bugatti Atlantic Type 57 that I did not make. This is a NFM Master car. This thing turned out really well, and it's very well rounded as a Class B car. And yeah, I thought we got the colors pretty spot on this. Yeah, turned out really well. Anyway, guys, that's just a little tour of a couple cars in NFM Jboy V1. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys can stay tuned for more, because we are going to have 58 cars in this final version. Can't wait to show them with you guys. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Maxfish Madness, signing off. How do I stop this recording?